All right, fisher persons. One of the pack here. This area here is known what is a money spot. It's a very good producer. I've been fishing for years, 30, 35 years, maybe more. One of the earliest spots I started to fish here. Let's start off first here, this area right here, this opening right here. When I first started fishing there right here, that was 3 feet wide. It is now 226 yards wide. That's how much that's going away. And the channel was right through here. Since this opened, I think it has impacted fishing over here a little bit because they now have a choice of going this way or through here. 14 used to be right up this point here, but remember now this point was probably way out here. We started fishing bingos and mighty mites to give you an idea how long ago. I'm telling you, we started fishing this area, and the mighty mites and bingos were very productive at that. The purple lines are the channels. Might want to write that down. The purple lines are the channels. The red lines is where the current lines are. On an incoming tide, this current line comes right across here, right down this channel. That's where it's at. It comes right along here, it dumps out a little bit and goes over here. Over here, that current line wraps right around here. This is a grass line right here. All along that grass line, you catch redfish. Here's a current line over here. And here's a current line over here. Whether it's coming, or falling, or rising, those are where the current lines will appear. The wind does impact it where you may see it or may not see it, but that's where it is. The green lines is the Oak River Troll. Perfect spot for Oak River Troll, right along here. I mean, the closer you get here, you don't want to get too close, but you want to stay in 13 feet of water through here. And over here the same way. It's a short Oak River Troll, but you can do it. This water out here is 22, 24 feet deep. Right along here is probably 16 feet. Over here, 16 feet. This area through here, this green line through here could be 16 to 18 feet, depending on the tide. This area over here is all oysters, dynamite spot. Right about here, it changes. It goes from about 4 to 5 feet to about 8 feet and then 16 feet. That's where you want to be at. You want to be on those edges. Same thing, there's an edge right along here. Over here, there's an edge. You go from maybe 2 or 3 feet down to 11 feet, I think, right along through here. It's perfect fishing. Over here is mostly caulk fishing. It's oysters all up in here. One year, we positioned our boat on this side over here of the channel, and the water was coming this way, and we were throwing up there. And the water would come off that shallow side, drop down into the deep water, and we would just tag them up. Tear them up. The past 3 trips that we posted, we were fishing right here. You put your boat up against this shoreline right here. I mean, my boat was in like 1.5 feet of water. We threw 2 anchors out so we could keep it parallel to that grass line, and we just sat there and tagged them. Over here is another place. You put your boat in this parallel over here where that edge breaks this way. You put it right over here. You can move your boat down over here. Another good boat position. Over here, another good boat position. Your boat position here for me is right in this point. That's the only place I put it. And then there's a shallow over here, but there's a drop off there too. It goes from like 3 or 4 feet to 8, 10, and then drops down to 16. And that's what I mean about learning the spot, learning where all the drop-offs are, learning where the current lines are going to develop, learning where the fish may hole. This area right here, this is where the trout hang out at, that area right there. You just got to find them. They're there. Over here, same thing. The trout are right up in here, right up in here. The big secret about this spot right here is work it all the way back to the boat. Work your lure all the way back to the boat. Because this ledge right here, this edge or ledge, whatever you want to call it, that's exactly where they're at. You may find that you're catching them 4 feet from the boat and try to fish that. You can't. You got to follow that pattern. If the tide's going this way, you throw up this way and you let that current take that lure along the bottom like that. Then when it turns around and it gets in this angle here, you just start reeling back to you. They're going to hit it right here. I'm not saying they won't hit it out here. 9 out of 10 times, them trout are right by the boat. Right there. The reds along here, we caught bass right here. The bass hang right here while waiting for the bait to come through. So when you're looking at maps and you're trying to find places to fish, or you're trying to learn a spot, notice how this here is an area where this water is dumping through here, coming through here. This is actually, if you went this way, you went straight into the north-south pipeline. If you went that way, straight into the north-south pipeline. If you went this way straight, you're running the Bay Faucet. And then you turn right here, go straight this way. There's a pipeline here. You come down here, it takes you to number 5. You can't 5 and 6. You can't miss it. But this is the spot. And I'm telling you, man, I've been catching fish there for years. And like I said, the last 4 trips has been a very good producer for us. Maybe not always, but when they're there, they're there. Many times we've limited out here a short period of time. Many times we've limited over here a short period of time. And this was, number 15 was really my go-to spot for a long time. But like I said, I think this cut through here may have added or took away from the action a little bit. Over here is good fishing. I haven't fished off this point. I've seen many boats fish off of it. Again, once you learn it, up in here it's shallow. You can imagine all this water coming out of here, dumping through here. All the fish just hanging up in here, waiting for something to come through. Fish with a cork. This right here, you can see it. It's on the map. That is a cross. It used to be a cross. It's my understanding that a father and his son was fishing there one day, and lightning hit his son and killed his son. He had to drive all the way in with his son dead in the boat. So I think they put a cross there as a reminder. And every time I see that, I think about it. And when I see lightning, I go in. But this 14 and 15 are 2 excellent spots. Once you've learned where all the channels are, you've learned where all the current lines are going to be, you're going to have a lot of luck. You think about this, you could catch fish anywhere up in here. I mean, it's just a matter of trying. But over here's the hot spot. Right here's the hot spot. Right here's the hot spot. And then if it's coming in strong, I like fishing over here with corks. And when you put your boat, don't necessarily put it at the shoreline here. Find out where the drop-off's at. You know, locate where the drop-off is. Put your boat right on the edge of the drop-off. If it's falling, you throw in the shallow side. Let it come down and drop off. If it's rising, you throw this way and let it come up the drop-off. And that's the same thing with all these spots. Just find the drop-offs and fish the drop-offs. Again, this is spot 14 and 15. These are money spots. If you can't catch them there, I don't know where you're going to catch them at. But you could spend a day there or more just trying to learn this area. But this little video should educate you enough where you can go in there and pretty much do it. I mean, I stop over here and put my time in. I have to wait sometimes because you're just waiting for that right condition. But when that right condition hits, you're going to find your crazy 15 minutes, and it ain't going to be 15 minutes. It's going to be 25, 30, 40 minutes that you're going to be in them trout. Same thing here. You may have to wait your turn, but they will be there. If the tide's slack, I go to the Oak River Troll. As long as the wind and the tide's going the same way, I'll start over here. If I got a east wind, I'll start here and just do the Oak River Troll right through there. And man, I'm telling you, you'll tag them. Same thing over here. Tag them. This area over here has redfish. It's a grass line. Fish that grass line. This grass line goes all the way to here. This little hole right here, man, it had so many reds up in there. It was unbelievable. But get out of here and fish towards it with shrimp. I never did fish lures up in there. This point over here, one day, I was telling them yesterday, I had hundreds of flounders coming out the water. 3 to 4 inch flounders. Just, I mean, diving out the water, jumping out the water. I guess they were feeding. Never seen it before in my life. But anyway, I hope this helps fisher persons. This is spot 14 and 15. If you're keeping track of all this, make this one of your honey hole spots, because that's what it is. It is definitely a honey hole. Hope it helps you. Catch a lot of fish. See you next time.